Morning folks, Juicy here at UDC. Today we're going to talk about a few of the common problems we encounter with our scuba equipment and show you a few ways to fix them. Let's get into it. So first up, we have a tank O-ring that can leak slightly. So you want to take a small pick and without scoring any of the valve metal, use the pick to gently pry out the O-ring. Sometimes they come out easier than other times. Once it's out, grab another O-ring, making sure it's the correct size. Place it into the groove where the O-ring is going to sit. Push it in gently with your fingers a little bit. Then you want to take your regulator, put it on the tank valve, put it on as you normally would for scuba diving, and then I like to take the first stage to help settle the O-ring into the groove. Next up, we have a dump valve. Sometimes if you pull too hard on this string, it can break. You can also get leaks from around here if the dump valve becomes slightly unscrewed. So if the handle breaks off the dump valve, the part you pull on, you just need to cut the string, make sure it's not frayed, slide it through the opening in the toggle, tie a knot in it so that it doesn't slip off, trim that string, and then grab a lighter and give it a quick burn so that it doesn't fray. If it breaks on the other end that's attached to the BCD, the housing portion, you need to thread the string through the dump valve housing, then pass it through the spring that keeps tension on the valve itself. And then you have the seat of the dump valve. You're going to pass the string through that, tie a small knot in it, push it down into the spot where it sits so that it stays secure. The spring should sit comfortably in the seat of the valve, and then you can slide the housing down around it. And if you pull the string tight so that the spring is compressed, you can then screw the dump valve back onto the BCD. Like so. Righty-tighty. Sometimes you can get a leaky swivel on your pressure gauge. The swivel is what allows you to spin the console around on the hose. First thing you're going to need is a couple open-end wrenches or a couple adjustable wrenches depending on how secure your gauge is to the hose. Once it's finger tight, you can loosen the pressure gauge from the hose. Pull out the swivel. You'll see two very small O-rings on the swivel. Gently taking those off using a pick. We then want to replace those O-rings with the correct size. Add a little bit of grease to them. These are dynamic O-rings that are moving parts, so it's good to keep them nicely greased. Place them back onto the swivel carefully. This is not a difficult task. Just slide it over the end and it pops right into the little groove where it sits. Do that on both ends of the swivel. If the swivel is corroded, you could clean it with some vinegar and water or ultrasonic machine. Slide one end of the swivel back into the body of the pressure gauge and then screw gently down into the hose. Once you get it finger tight, you can use your open end or adjustable wrench to secure it firmly. We've all had a broken mouthpiece, whether it's a tab that got chewed through or a crack in the side. You need to know how to change it. Probably one of the easiest equipment fixes out there. If there's a torn tab or the mouthpiece is degraded from too much sun and salt water, just grab a pair of snips, pop off that zip tie. The mouthpiece should come off quite easily. Grab a new mouthpiece. Some designate which side needs to be up depending on the style. Put it over one side. By putting your finger inside of the mouthpiece opening, you can pry it over to the opposite side of the second stage. Make sure it's on snugly. Align it so that it's straight and will sit comfortably in your mouth. And we take a zip tie or cable tie. When I'm cinching it down, I like to think about where the locking mechanism will be sitting, so it's out of the way. Give it a clip with the snips to take off the excess cable tie. Another common problem is a broken mask strap. That's why we always have it in our Save a Dive kit.
Replacing a mask strap, super easy. Your mask strap is held in place by a small housing on the side of your mask that has a pin in it. Most of them have some sort of button that allows you to pass it through. So take the mask strap off of the mask completely and then get your new mask strap, align it so that it's going to be the right way around. Open the housing so you can pass it underneath the pin and put your mask strap back in place securely.
And last but not least, we have a broken fin strap.
If you're not replacing the clip as well, then what you need to do is just take the male end of the clip out and thread the fin strap through it, much like we did with the mask. If you have a full new strap with new clips, then you can just insert like so.
Well, there you have it, folks. You're bound to run into a few small problems with your scuba equipment if you do enough diving. So now you know how to fix some of those problems. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. We'll catch you next time.